We've got a stack of product breakdowns on the desk today that, I'm not going to lie, triggered a very specific core memory for me.
Oh, yeah.
You know that feeling of Saturday morning cartoons, a bowl of sugary cereal, and just the absolute certainty that the heart of the cards was a real scientific concept.
I know it well. It's a powerful thing.
We are going right back there today. But we aren't just reminiscing. We're looking at how that nostalgia has been weaponized, and I mean that in the best way possible, into a whole new format.
Right.
We are breaking down the Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duel starter decks, specifically the first two big ones, Destiny Masters and Duelists of Tomorrow.
And it's important to clarify right off the bat, this isn't just another reprint set. If you're listening and thinking, oh, I have those cards in a shoebox somewhere, you may be half right about the art, but you're missing the bigger picture here.
It's about the format.
Exactly. This is all about the speed duel format. We're here to figure out if these two boxes are just, cardboard bait for nostalgia.
We're going to look at the cards, the characters, the rarities. So let's start with the first heavy hitter, Destiny Masters.
Destiny Masters. The name itself does a lot of heavy lifting, doesn't it?
It sounds so serious, like you need to be wearing a cape just to open it.
It does. And looking at the breakdown, this box is laser focused on the Millennium item wielders.
Hello?
We're talking about the characters who, in the story, used ancient magic to just manipulate the game.
Which gives us a pretty stacked roster. We got Yami Yugi, Ishizu Ishtar, and Maximilian Pegasus.
The big three right at the start.
Just hearing those names together, it sets a specific vibe. You've got the hero, the mysterious oracle, and the original big bad. But let's get into the specs. What are we actually getting in the box?
Okay, so the datasheet puts Destiny Masters at 72 cards total.
72? That's a weird number for a card game, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Usually a deck is like 40 to 60. Back in the day, a starter was one 40-card brick and a rulebook.
So am I getting one giant deck here, or what?
Neither. That 72 card count is split three ways. You're getting three distinct, ready-to-play decks, a 20-card Yami Yugi deck, a 20-card Ushizu deck, and a 20-card Pegasus deck. These decks are built around very specific playstyles. Yami Yugi is your classic toolbox, deck spells, versatility, and answer for everything.
And Pegasus, I'm guessing, is all about that control and subversion, stealing your monsters.
The mind scan vibe, yeah. And Ishizu usually brings in that graveyard manipulation. So this box isn't just good guys and bad guys. It's three distinct archetypes. Versatility, control, and graveyard shenanigans.
I like that. So that's Destiny Masters. Now let's flip the coin. Duelists of Tomorrow.
This is the other side of the tracks.
It really is.
Yeah.
If the first box was Destiny, this one feels more like grind. We've got Sato Kaiba, Mai Valentine, and Joey Wheeler.
The ego, the tactician, and the gambler.
It's a very polite way to put it for Joey, but...
Yeah.
But look, I noticed a small discrepancy in the card counts here. Destiny Masters was 72. Duelists of Tomorrow is listed at 75 cards. What's up with that?
Good catch. And no, it's not a printing error. Those three extra cards are all for Joey Wheeler.
Joey gets special treatment. Usually he's one getting the short end of the stick.
Well, let's look at the lists. Kaiba and Mai have those standard 20-card main decks we just talked about. Kaiba is all about beat-down, high-attack monsters. Mai is control with her harpies. But Joey gets a 20-card main deck plus three extra deck cards.
Okay, for anyone who fell off Yu-Gi-Oh! Before things got complicated, what's an extra deck in this context?
Sure. The extra deck is a separate pile where your fusion monsters live. You don't draw them. You have to summon them by combining other monsters from your hand or field, usually with a spell like Polymerization.
So Joey's the only one in these first two boxes who can do fusions right away.
Based on these sources, yes. And that really changes the complexity. You hand someone the Kaiba deck, it's pretty straightforward. Summon Big Dragon, attack, win. Simple.
Right.
You pick the Joey deck, you're now managing resources, you need the right monsters, you need the fusion spell. It's a combo deck.
Which is so funny because Joey is canonically the worst player of the three.
The irony is a staple of the franchise, but mechanically it's a big deal. It might mean Joey's deck actually has a higher skill ceiling than Kaiba's right out of the box.
That's a wild takeaway. If you want to smash, go Kaiba. If you want to do cool combos, go Joey.
And don't sleep on Mai. In a fast format with fewer resources, her disruption can be absolutely devastating.
Okay, so we have the rosters, we have the deck sizes, but we haven't hit the main event yet. The thing that actually makes this speed duels. The sources are all shouting about skill cards.
Yes, this is the headline feature. Skill cards change the fundamental rules of the game.
Because back in the day, skill just meant you were good at shuffling. What is a skill card?
Physically, it's a card. Same size, same backing. But it doesn't go in your deck or your hand. It sits on the table and it basically represents the character themselves.
So it's like a character power in a video game.
Exactly. It's borrowing heavily from the Duel Links mobile game. And the breakdown says each of these boxes has exactly 9 skill cards, 3 unique skills for each character.
So I'm not just playing a dragon deck. I'm playing as Kaiba. And because I'm Kaiba, I can't.
Well, a skill might say something like, once per duel, if you have a high-level monster in your hand you can't summon, you can summon it without tributing.
Whoa. That is huge. That completely breaks the normal rules.
It does. It fixes bad luck. Or another skill might say, start the duel with a specific field spell already in play. It just changes the entire tempo.
It basically makes plot armor a real mechanic.
I love that phrasing. Yes, it mechanizes plot armor. But from a competitive view, think about what this does to deck building.
You're not just building around your cards anymore. You're building around your skill.
Correct. And since each character here has 3 different skills, you've got options. You could run your Kaiba deck with an aggressive skill, or switch to one that's more about resource management. It triples the replay value.
And it makes the character choice actually matter. In the standard game, the character is just flavor. Here you have to be Pegasus to use the Pegasus skills. You have to kind of role play.
It creates an identity. And launching the format with 18 distinct skills is a massive injection of variables. It keeps the game from getting solved too quickly.
I love it. Now, we have to talk about the collectors. The people who just want the shiny cardboard. What are these boxes offering them?
Konami knows its audience very well. The sources are clear that each box includes 3 ultra-rare variant cards.
Variant. So it's a card that's already in the deck, but they give you a fancy foil version on the side.
Exactly. And ultra-rare means gold foil lettering, holographic art, the works. These are described as premium chase cards.
For a starter product, 3 foils is actually pretty generous.
It is, but there is a technical detail about all the cards in these boxes, foil or not, that is so crucial: the watermark.
Oh, right. The official Speed Duel legality marker.
It sounds dry, but it's the gatekeeper. The sources specify that these cards have a special marker on them that confirms they're legal for Speed Duel tournaments.
So let me play devil's advocate. I have a Blue Eyes White Dragon from 1999. It's the same monster, same stats. Can I use my old card in a Speed Duel tournament?
Generally speaking, no. The Speed Duel format is what we call a closed garden. You're supposed to use cards from the Speed Duel pool with that watermark.
Why? Is it just to sell more cards? Because it feels a little like that.
There's always a commercial aspect, sure. But think about game balance. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has 20-plus years of cards. Some of them are insanely broken. By requiring the watermark, the designers can curate the exact card pool.
So it's quality control.
It's quality control. It keeps the power level lower and protects the integrity of the format. It also creates a new niche for collectors. A Speed Duel Blue Eyes is now a distinct item from a standard Blue Eyes.
I can hear wallets crying everywhere.
Yeah.
But it makes sense. So we've broken it all down. The big question remains, who is this for?
I think the sources paint a clear picture of the lapsed player.
The person who remembers the anime but is, like, terrified of modern Yu-Gi-Oh!
Right. Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like learning a new language. Speed duels are like riding a bike. You pick up the Yu-Gi deck, you see Dark Magician, you know what to do. The barrier to entry is almost zero.
It's accessible comfort food.
It is. And finally, the collector or gift gifter. The boxes look premium. They have the most iconic characters. It's a safe bet.
It's also a self-contained experience. That's what stands out to me. You buy both boxes, and you basically have a board game night ready to go. 6 decks ready to clash.
That's the strength of the model. It works right out of the box. Yugi versus Kaiba, Joey versus Pegasus. You can do it all.
So to recap, Destiny Masters gives you the supernatural, control-heavy gameplay. Duelists of Tomorrow brings the beatdown and fusion plays.
Both introduce a skill card system, giving you 18 different ways to play, and both come with those ultra-rare chase cards.
And that all-important watermark. You know, going through this, it's such a smart pivot. They're using the past to build a new future.
It's a brilliant strategy. It creates a parallel lane that captures the feeling of the original anime, but with tighter, faster rules.
It's Retro Plus.
Exactly.
Which brings me to one final thought for our listeners. We talked a lot about skill cards and how they tie you to a character.
It's the defining feature, absolutely.
So here's the provocation. In traditional card games, deck building is an act of engineering. You build a machine to win. But with speed duels, because of the skills, it feels like an act of casting.
casting, like a movie.
Yeah. You aren't just choosing cards, you're choosing a role.
Yeah.
If the mechanics are tied to the persona, does that mean the future of card games is less about what deck do you play and more about who are you?
That is a deep question. It shifts the focus from the library of cards to the identity of the duelist.
And honestly, I think I'm here for it. I think I'm ready to embrace my inner Joey Wheeler and just gamble it all on a coin flip.
Just make sure you check the rule book first. Luck only gets you so far.
Always the voice of reason. Definitely check out Destiny Masters and Duelists of Tomorrow if you want to see what we mean.
Happy dueling!
We'll see you next time.